Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we talk with two professors leading the Applied Behavior Analysis concentration in our psychology master's degree program. It prepares our students for work in a growing field that helps people set and reach life-changing goals. We introduce you to an Army veteran who continues to serve our military-connected population through the Rutherford County TriStar Veterans Resource Center. He got his master's degree from MTSU with help from the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Center. And we tell you about our textile merchandising degree program, which features high-tech tools and hands-on learning to help students find careers in apparel design and fashion merchandising. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Professors Annie Galizio and Jay Hennenkamp lead the Applied Behavior Analysis program in our Department of Psychology. This master's degree program, part of the experimental psychology concentration, prepares our students for work in a growing field that helps people set and reach life-changing goals. Jay, Annie, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having us.
Love having first-timers on Out of the Blue. It's first episode of the new year, so let's talk about behavior analysis to our viewers and listeners. What is it?
Yeah, behavior analysis is the science of learning and behavior. Applied behavior analysts take that understanding of learning principles and concepts and they apply it to socially significant behaviors to help people. And in our program, our goal is to teach behavior analysts to be competent practitioners and to help those around them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Applied behavior analysts, they're certified professionals who work with clients, and they'll set behavior change goals, they'll design interventions for clients, they'll take data, make sure things are working. And the goal really of ABA is to improve the quality of life for our clients by using evidence-based practices.
Well, can you explain to us, Annie, exactly what does an applied behavior analyst do?
Yeah, well, applied behavior analysts work with a variety of different behaviors and a variety of different clients in lots of different settings. In general, ABA practitioners will use evidence-based neurodiversity affirming practices to teach things like social skills, communication, academic skills, and everyday life skills to promote independence.
And the clients we work with are often individuals on the autism spectrum or individuals with developmental disabilities, and the services that we provide, they're often provided in homes or in clinics or in the community. And for example, most of my experiences, I've worked with children on the autism spectrum, and I've worked in their home or in centers. But really, applied behavior analysts, they work with all different age ranges and in all different types of settings.
So Annie, I understand that clinical behavior analysts also work with people who are struggling with substance abuse and addiction. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, applied behavior analysts often work with people who are struggling with substance abuse or addiction. There's something called contingency management, where we essentially reward people who are remaining abstinent, who are staying sober, and that tends to be a very effective kind of treatment. But it's used in a variety of other settings as well, too.
Yeah, one other thing that I want to mention, I know we can do a lot of different things, or applied behavior analysts can do with the appropriate training, lots of different things. But one other thing that people often do as applied behavior analysts is they'll work and use behavioral techniques like shaping and positive reinforcement, and work with pet owners, for example, or animals in zoos and aquariums. And for example, I spent some time working in a zoo with lemurs, and we focused on environmental enrichment and training animals to accept veterinary care. So a whole bunch of things applied behavior analysts can do.
I've got to stop you here. How did you find that? How did you find that task and make it relevant to this situation? I mean, is that a standard in your field?
I don't think that's standard. I did my master's in Texas, and part of that group that I got involved with is we worked with, like I said, zoos there, and like I said, we work with animals. They need to be crated, brought indoors when it's cold. They need to accept medical. So a lot of the basic learning principles, we ask, how could we apply this to working with lemurs or people who are struggling with dementia, like what do we know about learning and how do we arrange environments to support lemurs or humans? They're not always the same things, obviously, but yeah, that's what we do.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
So Annie, can anybody benefit from this?
Yeah, anybody can definitely benefit from ABA. We all have behaviors that we'd like to work on or change in ourselves, whether it's things like exercising more or spending more time with friends and family or being more productive at school or work. Really anything that would make your life more fulfilling, ABA can help change those behaviors.
You used a really big term, and I want to make sure I got it right here, neurodiversity affirming practices. Now, what does that really mean?
Yeah, neurodiversity is a natural variation in our brain function and in our behaviors across each individual. So each of us is really unique. And one of the things that we want to acknowledge is that uniqueness, and we want to celebrate that uniqueness. And part of being a good applied behavior analyst, I think, is always using those sort of neurodiversity affirming practices.
But neurodiversity affirming practices, really the main thing is that the focus is much less on either treating or curing any kind of condition. It's more on prioritizing the client's well-being and respecting their autonomy.
So Annie, this really sounds like an interesting career, and I know students are always looking for these opportunities. It's in demand, right?
Absolutely, and applied behavior analysts are certified, meaning they go through special training, they get education, they do experience in the field, and can become certified. And there's huge demand for certified applied behavior analysts. We call them board certified behavior analysts. And board certified behavior analysts, I did a search right before this, and in 2022 there were over 57,000 job postings throughout the country, and over 1,000 of those were in Tennessee.
Wow.
There's also an undergraduate level certification that a lot of our undergraduates work in. It's called Registered Behavior Technician, and again, that one's even in more demand. There are 11,000 job postings as of this morning in Tennessee alone. So it's in huge demand right now.
Jay, can you describe a little bit about the program? What does it involve?
At MTSU, students can earn a master's degree with a concentration in experimental psychology, specializing in behavior analysis. And while earning that degree, students are going to take courses in research methodology, they're going to take courses in applied and experimental behavior analysis, they're going to take courses in supervision and ethical conduct. And the great thing about our program too is that they're able to tailor the program a little bit to their interests. And so like a lot of our students also, in addition to their core behavior analysis courses, will take courses in behavioral neuroscience or child development.
So we have some who will, once they graduate, they'll go on, they'll get certified, they'll start working in their community. But we have other students as well who will take a slightly different path and might pursue a doctoral degree in various fields like behavior analysis, of course, but also clinical psychology, school psychology, special education, speech language pathology. Our specialization really sets you up for any of those career paths. We also have a lot of research training during our program, which makes you a very competitive applicant for a doctoral degree.
Annie, where can folks find out more about this on the web?
Yeah, we'd love to talk to anybody more about this, so you're welcome to reach out to us, but you can also find information at the MTSU website, so it's mtsu.edu/behavior analysis, and you can also find some information about behavior analysis in general at the Behavior Analyst Certification Board website, which is bacb.com, but also just feel free to reach out to us directly.
Annie, Jay, thanks for coming on the program. Congratulations on 50 years of the psychology program. We're glad to help celebrate that and telling our viewers and listeners about this great program. We appreciate you both.
Thanks so much for having us.
And we'll be right back.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars no matter what they pursue. We do it. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check, 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge, and our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University. Learn to shine.
The Jennings A. Jones College of Business at Middle Tennessee State University is the #1 producer of business talent in the greater Nashville area. Our nationally ranked programs and state-of-the-art facilities offer a world-class education at an affordable price. The exclusive partnership of Jones College with Dale Carnegie Training Worldwide equips our graduates with the soft skills they need to succeed. Jones College of Business. It delivers an education for the real world.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. I'm honored today to introduce you to Keith Prather. He's an active duty Army and Army Reserve veteran, chairman of the TriStar Veterans Resource Center in Rutherford County, and a recent MTSU graduate with a master's degree in social work. Keith is here to talk to us about his service to military-connected families and his experience as a graduate student who found his stride on our campus thanks to the help of the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center. Keith, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
You know, we bump into each other a lot at veterans events. Yes. And when we were both at the Veterans Outpost at the Grand Prix, we talked a lot about your journey as a Blue Raider, getting your master's degree last August. And I want to get into all of those points, but I want to talk first. I'm going to pull this out of you because you don't like to brag about yourself. I want you to talk about your career in the United States Army, both in the active Army and the Army Reserve, retiring as a Chief Warrant Officer. Talk about some of the roles that you played in the Army.
Well, that's been a great ride for me, Andrew. Started out as, I say, from the bottom to the top. I started out as a private admin guy and worked my way up to a master sergeant on the enlisted side of the house. And then I transitioned to become a warrant officer. I started out as a public affairs officer. I got to do a tour in Iraq as a public affairs officer, which tell the Army story was just an honor to be able to do that. And then I transitioned, believe it or not, to JAG. I ended up in the JAG Corps. A friend of mine was an attorney and he recruited, they were looking for warrant officers. I became a certified mediator. I did conflict resolution, workplace disputes, and I managed the sexual assault response and prevention program for the U.S. Army Reserve Legal Command. So, wow. Ended up as a deputy command chief warrant officer, had 28 warrant officers underneath me running legal admin shops across the country, and just a great career.
And of course, you're continuing to serve in your role now as chairman of the TriStar Veterans Resource Center. Yes. Talk about what that organization does and what you do for them.
Okay, well, as the chairman, I lead the organization, lead the board, and answer to the board. But we are a resource center. We make sure veterans get the resources they need to improve the quality of their life. And we house about 10 agencies, VSOs like the DAV, VFW. We have free fly fishing that's taught by Healing Waters. Mm-hmm. So we have Rolling Thunder, and they are a great resource community in the community for veterans. We also have Operation Song, which was great for me because through the Daniels Center, I got introduced to Operation Song, and I had a professional songwriter actually write my song, and it's called Growing Up in the Funk.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's you know, all these are done by professional songwriters, and they sit with us as veterans. We tell them our story, and by the end of the day, they actually have a song written for us. And so I did mine here on campus, and the Operation of Song alumni group meets in our building. So now I'm hosting them in our building as well. And we just became a veteran community partner with the VA, Tennessee Valley Health System. What that means for us is now we can do expanded services like mental health resources, have town hall meetings for the VA in our building, and just enhance our resource capability in the community.
I've got to ask you, how did you find MTSU? What brought you to us?
Okay, so I retired in 2019 from the Army, I was in the DMV, DC area, and I had become a contractor working for Arlington Hall, which is the National Guard Bureau, and I was working in the Sexual Assault Prevention and Response Program as an analyst. I got laid off when COVID hit. Well, we got sent home, and then I got laid off, and then for about 8 months I wondered what I was going to do with the rest of my life. So I just kind of enjoyed my time, thought about it, and then I decided, oh, that's right, I always had a goal of wanting to get my master's in social work. So I applied to some schools up there. I thought about coming back to Tennessee, so I applied to a couple of schools here. Long story short, I met Dr. Vicki Harden over the phone, and she was just so welcoming and so inviting. It just felt like the right thing to do. And the rest is history for me. Graduating with that social work degree, I always talk to my daughter about, getting a degree with a license. So this second master's, now I have a license to actually go out and perform some services that are needed for our veteran population, which is my niche. I'll help anybody, but my niche is the veteran community. And so that's kind of how I got here. And while I was here, I had the wonderful pleasure of meeting Dr. Hillary Miller and General Huber. And they were just open arms. I mean, it was just a really welcome experience for meeting them. And they introduced me to the board, MTSU Board of Directors. I did a presentation to them in the beginning. They sent me out to the Sounds games, got me on the Jumbotron. And I know. I mean, I felt like, this is great. I can't ask for more than this, right? Then they sent me to the Nashville soccer team game. And so anything I did to support, could do to support the Daniel Center, I was there. We did many, many activities. I started Revitalize. I won't say started because Bravo existed, but I didn't know it as Bravo. I was looking for Student Veterans of America, which Bravo comes under that umbrella. And so once I talked to Dr. Miller about that, got that revitalized, became the vice president, served for the 2 years that I was here. And then I got really crazy and went and joined the SGA.
I know, you're wearing your SGA pin. That is really cool.
I became a senator for the graduate school, graduate college. So it was really cool. So my experience as a Blue Raider has been fantastic.
So what advice can you give military-connected students, veterans, children or dependents of veterans about coming to MTSU and the Daniel Center?
Yeah, so first of all, I say come here. And then I say, once you get here, get connected with the Daniel Center because they have a tremendous crew. I talked about Dr. Miller and General Huber, but their whole team is just awesome. They will make sure that everything you need is in place to have a successful student career. And then there's a sense of community. It's not just about the school, the books, and the homework, and the papers. There are a lot of activities going on. Get involved with Student Veterans of America. They do a lot of activity. I still stay connected, even as a graduate now. So, yeah, it's definitely the right place to be.
Before you go, tell folks how they can find more information about the TriStar Veterans Resource Center.
Sure. You can reach us. We're local in Murfreesboro. We're based here. We serve all of Middle Tennessee, but we primarily are based here with our office being here in Murfreesboro. And you can reach us at tsvrc.org. And we also have a local phone number, 615-624-7197.
I love running into you at the events that we do for veterans, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
And we'll be right back.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars, no matter what they pursue. We do it all. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check, 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it gets too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge. And our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University. Learn to shine.
Want more from your college experience? At Middle Tennessee State University, that's exactly what you get. More majors, more opportunities, more guaranteed scholarships. Up to $32,000 over 4 years. MTSU, Tennessee's University of Opportunities.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Textile merchandising, known as TXMD to the faculty and students of the program, is yet another innovative major in our College of Behavioral and Health Sciences. They feature high-tech tools and hands-on learning to help our students find careers in apparel design and fashion merchandising. Joining us is Professor Gina Pietschut, Chair of Human Sciences, and Nia Allen, our 2023-24 TXMD Diversity Dissertation Fellow in Fashion Merchandising. Gina, Nia, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for
First time on Out of the Blue?
Yes, and we're so excited.
Yes.
Here we go. We're gonna talk about a major that more people need to know about. Can you talk a little bit about what you teach and some of the high-tech tools that, I love the fact that it's TXMD, standing for textile merchandising. So tell us what that is.
Sure. We have both apparel design and fashion merchandising. So apparel design is what you'd think of when you think about fashion. It's the creative, it's the fun, it's the designing from the original concept and then creating that into a finished garment. And then you have your fashion merchandising, who they're still creative, but they've got handle more of the business aspect of it. How are we going to market that? How are we going to promote it? And any other things related to more the business end. And so with that, we have incorporated a lot more 3D technology. And the first thing we have is a 3D body scanner. And we're going to update that this summer to a 3D body scanner by SizeStream. And it's going to allow us to take our classes and measure the body. So we have our students in some of our entry level classes get in the body scanner, take the 240 measurements to get that full view of what we look like from all angles. And then the design students will be able to take that and do a visualization software using Browseware that lets them see what the patterns look like on the figure. So they can design the patterns on the computer, and then they'll take that in pieces and stitch them together on the avatar and see that. And they use that in industry to save money, time, and the key word anymore is sustainable. It's more sustainable for the industry.
You teach the business side, obviously.
Yes.
So knowing these tools and technology, it's a leg up for those students, right?
For sure, and I think it really pushes inclusivity, because I think when we look at sizes, they're all so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and they're so specific, but the body scanner helps you really fit the body, and that's extremely important, especially with the body positivity movement going on. It's important for our students to be a part of that.
And what is really fascinating is that this is the type of tools, technology, and discussions that's happening in the industry, right? I mean, we're staying up with the trends.
Yes.
Gina, I'm not gonna ask her to brag on herself. I'm gonna ask you to brag on her, because we're so lucky that she's joined your organization. Talk about the honor that she has and the roles she's playing.
Sure. Nia has joined us this year as a Diversity Dissertation Fellow, and we're really excited to have her expertise and not only just to open up conversations about important discussion related to diversity, but also to some of the programming she can do to bring others in to expose to our students what else is happening, not just one person's perspective, but everyone's perspective or a variety of perspectives, and have the students kind of open their eyes to what's really going on.
It's so cool. You teach 2 courses.
I teach, last semester I taught fashion branding, and this semester is a fashion buying class.
And how did you find out about MTSU? Was this program specifically what attracted you?
I think first it was the location, but I think once I really got on the MTSU website, I think MTSU is really big on belonging. And I think that every step of the interview way, I felt like connected to the people. When I first got here for my faculty training, I saw Dr. Lyons and I gave her a hug because it felt like a family reunion. I was like, oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. And she was like, yeah, that's one of mine. Even though I am on the faculty level, I'm still a student too. So I think I still get it both. I get the love both ways. So I definitely am happy to be here for sure.
And you're almost there.
Yes.
You're almost there.
Almost.
Dissertation, that's it, right?
Yes, that is it.
That's it. Well, you're at a great time coming into the spring, because spring means
fashion show.
Fashion show. We are all excited about that. I think we've at True Blue TV, we've covered it for several years. Talk about that.
Well, every year we have all completely student-ran show. It's in April of every year. This year it's April 20th, and it's on a Saturday. It's 5 p.m. where all the students, merchandising and design students, work together in teams to produce the fashion show, which will create all student designs, and that can be adaptations from the underclassmen of patterns, or it can be reconstruction to all original designs, pattern work, fit, and construction with our seniors. So it really becomes an exciting time.
Now and it's so much fun to watch.
Yes.
And Nia, you've got some big events that you're taking a leadership role in the spring too, February, March, and April. Do you remember? Can you go through them? Am I putting you on the spot?
Can. No, I'm so excited about it. I thought about how I could be of service in my fellowship, and I thought programming is so important for retention and matriculation for our students, and it also will attract new students to our program. So February, we'll be celebrating Black History Month with Brandis Daniel, who is a pioneer in the fashion industry, and she is changed the industry in so many ways by helping underrepresented groups become viable candidates to get roles in the industry. So we're excited about that. And then in March, to celebrate Women's History Month, we'll have a panel of about 4 to 5 women in the Middle Tennessee area, and they'll talk about their experiences in fashion and entrepreneurship and how they got started. And I think it's so important because I think our students want to hear these stories. And I think they also want to feel a part of the conversation, and they want to see themselves in these people. So I think it's so important for us to bring them here. And then in April, we'll have the fashion show, but then we'll also have I'll be doing a lecture to close out my fellowship. So that's super exciting. And we're very excited because retention is extremely important within our program, but also matriculation. We want them to feel as if they matter, and this was the best 4 years that they've had. So
that's awesome. So Gina, where can I go to find out more information about your program?
Well, the main place to go is our website, which is mtsu.edu/fashion, and we do have both Instagram and Facebook as well, so you can find us there. Yes.
Great accounts.
Yes.
You all do a great job with that.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say thank you for all you've done to elevate this major. I hope more people check it out because it's so exciting and so much fun to watch you at work with these students. Great job.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the show.
Yes, thank you for having us.
And this does wrap up another edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder, you can find content about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. You can also find additional special content on our social media platforms, X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. Broadcasting from the Center for Educational Media, I'm Andrew Ottman. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain true blue.